Jag sitter här med 2 prästseminarister från Rom vid en vacker Maria-bild, vår fru av alla folk eller vår moder av alla folk. Många av er kanske har sett den här bilden eller stött på det här bönekortet. Och jag ska läsa bönen som står här. Vi har den på svenska. Och den har imprimatur av vår biskop av Stockholm. Herre Jesus Kristus, Faderns son, sänd nu din ande över jorden. Låt den helige ande bo i alla folks hjärtan, så att de må bli bevarade från förfall, olyckor och krig. Må vår fru av alla folk, den saliga jungfru Maria, vara vår förespråkerska. Amen. Det finns en liten förklaring i det här bönekortet som vi delar ut alltså från Jönköping. Så Jönköpings katolska församling, om ni är intresserade, får det är lättaste. Och det står det att det var en helt vanlig kvinna, Ida Perderman, som under åren 1945 till 59, året jag föddes, fick dessa budskap från Guds moder att hon önskade bli känd under den här titeln. Och det står, hon beskriver den aktuella situationen i kyrkan i världen just nu genom överväldigande profetiska visioner. I sina budskap avslöjar Maria Guds plan, genom vilken han vill rädda världen genom sin moder. För detta ändamål ger hon en bön och en bild till alla folk och länder. I have to ask, how are you connected to this? And who are you? Can you present yourself a little bit?
Yes, thank you, Father Joseph, that you invited us to your parish in Jönköping. We are 2 seminarians from Rome. I am Brother Jan.
And I am Broder Armin.
And since 7 years I'm studying in Rome, and now I've quite finished my studies at the Pontifical University of the Holy Cross in Rome. And during summertime, normally we get together some practical missionary experience. And I'm coming from Hamburg, also a diaspora Catholic church area. So I'm interested to see how it's church in Sweden. And so we decided to spend our summer vacation here in this parish, and also to get some connections and to meet some people. So.
And you?
I'm come from Austria. I am from a very Catholic family, but I was only Catholic on the paper. And after my conversion, when I became a real Catholic, I was also able to answer the calling of Jesus. And now I'm since 5 years in Rome, and I'm in the middle of my studies. So yeah.
And how is your connection just with these messages and image? Can you tell about that?
Yes, we are a very young community called Family of Mary, and during the years our community received this sanctuary in Amsterdam from the Lady of All Nations, and so we feel that it's like our mission to bring this message to the world and to show Christians the beauty of a Marian vocation, the significance, what Mary means in the life of the church, in the life of everybody of us. And so I think it's a very interesting prayer and message that Mary wants to bring us through these messages in Amsterdam.
You're not only brothers there, but you have for priesthood and so on, but also sisters, and they have been here in Sweden. Some of the sisters have came here, and the founder of the work of Jesus, the high priest, Father Paul Maria Siegel, he was here too, at least once. And how do you collaborate with the sisters?
The first occasion of our sisters is to offer their life to God and to sanctify their life for the sanctification of the priesthood, because we see in the whole world that priesthood is in great trouble and that is not so easy, and it's very difficult to, and often the priests are alone, and so their first vocation is to pray for us, and so that we can live in a holy way our minister, and they also help us in the pastoral.
Yeah, you collaborate even in parishes, no?
Yeah.
You're for in Russia, I heard.
Yeah. Mostly of our missions, if you call it so, also in European, that we go to several parishes to make conferences there, or we have also entrusted from the church several parishes. But we have also in Russia, Uruguay, Kazakhstan, some little hotspots of missions. So we have a very wide range of pastoral work, but in the end we also always want to bring this Marian spirit that leads us to Christ, to the heart of Christ, and to bring this love to the people in a very simple but profound way.
Your lives, both the sisters and you going for the priesthood, are based on consecration to Mary. Can you say something about that? How do you see that? How do you see this consecration to Mary?
Yes, like the experience of the saints during the church history, like Saint Louise Marie Grignon de Montfort, we experienced this importance to be consecrated to Mother Mary, and not just with your lips, but that this became livable during your daily work, your daily struggles, your daily efforts that you have to face. And so this is also the way how we enter in our community to pray this consecration, this personal consecration to Mother Mary, and then to try to live these Marian virtues, like you can imagine the life in the house in Nazareth of the Holy Family, like Jesus, Joseph and Mary had this hidden life also together. Also we try in our communities to live this sometimes hidden, sometimes visible to the people, this life of sanctification, holiness. Also when it's hidden, you don't do great things, but you do it with great love for Jesus, for God. And this is a way to offer all these things up also for the sake of the church, for the people, to bring grace to the world.
You don't have your own television or radio or something, do you have that? Or is it really Nazareth life, a quiet Nazareth life, is that?
No, in a certain sense we have a lot of young people in our seminary. They are from maybe 19 to 30 years old, and they love to play soccer, they also love to eat something good. But also we make this little sacrifice to renounce at some kind of films that are too much of the world, and to renounce at spectacles or radio, or to have also the silence in our house, that without the silence the Holy Spirit, I think, can't work in our souls, and we can't imitate Mary.
One of the signs of your community is I call it the cream white dress. The sisters has a cream white dress. You don't have that now on you. Usually you have dark trousers and white shirt, and please, can you take yours? I want to show that, so that if you see those in Rome, if you go in Rome, because now you don't have to put it on. You just show it. Just show it. Please, just show it. Come. This is the sweater that the brothers have, this color, with white shirt and dark trousers, and the sisters have their own whole dress like this.
Like this color,
yeah, exactly this color. So if you see that, they don't have veils, but mostly short hair is on it, but this very, very beautiful habit. So if you see them in Rome, for example, or in Amsterdam, if you go there, you should go to this house. I've been there several times. And I have been to something, I don't know if you organize anymore, those prayer days. I participated with a Swedish group in Amsterdam many years ago. Are still actual? You still do that?
Yeah. We organize these prayer days every year, because that was what Our Lady asked us also in her messages, to
together every year.
Yes.
The nations around this image and around the cross.
Yeah, and she called it around her throne, so that she called it.
It was an enormous event.
Yeah.
Thousands
Yeah,
of
maybe I
people.
think 4,000 people came last time to Düsseldorf, and yeah, the next day is already planned in 2017. I think also in Düsseldorf.
In Düsseldorf. Do you have to know German to go there?
No, they have also translation in English, Italian, Spanish. So it's also when it's in Germany, everybody's invited, and
It's the International Prayer Day.
Can you tell me what you talked about the silence, for example, and the renunciation in your daily life to more imitate the Holy Family and so on? Can you tell me more about what's specific about your apostolate when you go out? For example, if you are called by a bishop to take a parish, what's typical for just your life there?
Normally we go in a mission, maybe 2 or 3 priests, and accompanied by 4 apostolic sisters, more or less.
So they're always sisters
So
in you?
we're having very good. Normally we have a house community, and in this house community we have daily adoration, Holy Mass, and personal prayer time. And this is the first source of strength to get this Holy Spirit, to get.
The first point of our mission is to live the relation with God, then to live a holy relation with our brothers and sisters, and then we go out to the person, because we know that if the relation with God is not real and it's not as it should be, also the relation with brothers and sisters is not good, and so the mission wouldn't be authentic. So to make an authentic mission as a missionary of Christ, so we try to live this unity with our God.
One of your sisters is actually a sister of Family Mary, but how did you come in contact with
I came in contact with our community because of a mission. They made in my country, in Tyrol, they make, I think since maybe now it's 20 years, they made retreats for families. And so we get invited there the first time in 2004, and I liked it so much that I asked always my mother to go again and again. And so we know, so we get in contact with our community. And then my sister, after 3 years, in 2007, she entered in our mother house, which is in Slovakia, and there she found her vocation, because she wanted always to go to Africa, but she never had there was no possibility to go to Africa, and so she tried it in Slovakia. And then after 2 or 3 months, she felt that's her place, and so our family grew into the now spiritual family in our community.
And Brother Jan, how is it for you? How did you come in contact with?
Yeah, I come from Hamburg. It's very far away from the last of our mission stations, and I think it was divine providence. First, I was studying geography, and I don't want to know anything about priesthood and live a normal life, but then somehow Jesus entered in my life, and I felt very clear in my heart that I have a vocation, but where to go. And then I asked Jesus, tell you, when I come, then you have to find a fast way to get me a community where I can live my vocation. And really God did it. It was maybe 2 months afterwards, I met a couple that knows the community, that lived for a certain time in the community, and they brought me to this prayer day in Cologne of the Lady of All Nations, like you can see here. And I don't know, I felt that this would be the right thing for me, and I called in the seminary, and it was, very easy. I felt immediately, welcomed, and to see all these young people who want to become priests, that was impressive. Normally when you think about the seminary, you think about a little bit older persons who are maybe more strict and serious, but there it was on one side this deep spirituality, that they go in chapel during making adoration for maybe 1 hour, but at the other hand, they can also go and play soccer and have fun together. And so, yeah, I think Jesus touched me also through this way.
Do you all have to be musicians? Because they sing and play like in heaven. I think it more or less like in heaven. I think we have here in the community 3 CDs from them. One rosary with songs, and one Divine Mercy Chaplet, and another one, I don't remember what it was, but with normal songs. I used to have it in the car when I go somewhere to celebrate masses, and so I listen to this. And I think it's gorgeous. So is that a requirement? If you enter, you must sing or play something? No? But you are in the choir, you
Yeah.
Huh?
Yes, but you know, it's if you are able to sing, and if you have a beautiful voice, that's a gift of God, and as a gift of God you sing, so all for the glory of God, and that makes it beautiful.
But it's quite unusual, isn't it, for communities like this, that they...
Yeah.
Where do you perform even outside these, prayer meetings and so on, or where? No?
We are having a lot of music also during our adorations and Holy Mass.
Even for yourself there?
One time at our house, or when the guests are coming, there we have several brothers that are very talented that also play special instruments like oboe and harp and violin, and so also when we go out to make our missions, for example in Rome, every month we have a mission of the Divine Mercy. There our choir and our music players are coming there, and they make very beautiful music, and I think people are touched by this, but you can't force it. You can't. I think it's a development of God, of grace in their souls, that they say yes to God, and then also they discover these talents. Maybe one has it already before, somebody develops it during his novitiate, but I think it's how God acts, and if we are open, he can do a lot with us, I think.
A last question now, and it's a very serious question. I would just announce that there will be a special program too. You can listen to if you know German. And I know many know German. They will present this spirituality as something, say something in German. I think it's important because many in Sweden know German, even if they are not willing to speak it. So and that's their own language. So I think it's a little bit easier for them even to say more. But my last question is, because I took them around Vättern yesterday. No, the other day was it? Yeah, on Tuesday. And it was a sunny day, a wonderful day, and now my serious question is, what is your impression of Sweden? What you have seen, and us Swedes? You have been here before, you told me. Yeah, 2 years ago, or
no, 1 year ago.
Last year. For 3 weeks, or
also for 3 weeks, yeah.
Yeah, and you went to Gothenburg, but no Stockholm.
No Stockholm.
Not yet. No. But this is your first time in Sweden.
Yeah, you can say so. Yeah.
You can say so.
Yeah, maybe
you were sneaking in.
15 years ago, I was with my friends, but it's a long time.
What did you say? 50 years ago.
15.
15 years. 50 years ago. Yeah, but this time, what is it? Now you are in another situation, in a religious situation, and so on. So, what's your impression of? You have seen a little bit of our parish here in Jönköping. What's your impression?
My impression is that here the church is more living than in Austria. Sorry that I say, but also if Austria is more Catholic than Sweden, but the church is fuller here than in Austria, and the community is warmer. The atmosphere is warmer.
Yeah, it is warm days now.
I mean, it's lovely. I'm sorry to have to say it, but that's the truth. Our church in Austria is dying.
And you?
Yeah, I think when I see this parish here in Jönköping, it's very international. I come from Hamburg. I know how also there it's very international. We have a lot of Polish and Vietnamese people who come to church, and the German people, they're getting old and not coming so often. But I think it's impressive also in this, if you can say, an atheistic country, to see this living hotspot of Christian life. And
once we had a meeting in Gothenburg, and it was a ecumenical meeting, and then they decided that we should have the meeting in the Catholic parish. And a Swedish lady, a Protestant, she said, "Oh, this Catholic chaos again. You have always chaos, lots of people." And we love it. That's in our family, the chaos. Katolsk chaos. But this is not chaos. And this prayer, I hope many would take this prayer. It's even in the red book, Ave Maria Publications. This prayer is there, Kärleksflamman, so you can pray it. Take this, and Our Lady have promised that she will put order in our lives, in the church, in the world, through this prayer. So we end with this. Herre Jesus Kristus, Faderns son, sänd nu din ande över jorden. Låt den helige ande bo i alla folks hjärtan, så att de må bli bevarade från förfall, olyckor och krig. Må vår fru av alla folk, den saliga jungfru Maria, vara vår förespråkerska. Amen. Faderns och Sonens och den helige Andes namn.
Amen.